Right, okay. My laptop is currently working way too hard. That's why I was 9 minutes late, and I might have to restart it here. Which would be pretty shit. So I literally spent a good 4 hours planning something for the stream tonight and for this week, and now we're going to start late. I can't even read any of the chat. I don't know why everything's so slow. Oh, I have to restart it. It's really the last thing I want to do. Alright, well I'll be 5 minutes late then. Before I do that, I've got to save some of my old files because I'm in the middle of making something. I don't want all that to be lost. It's frustrating, actually. Thing is, right, I can't even end the stream or anything like that, so I'm still live right now, but I can't close my laptop until I close all these tabs. I've got a lot open. Whatever. So I won't be watching the first 5 minutes, I think, and then I'll start it up again, hopefully get everything running, put up the game, and hopefully if you see on the screen the live ladder, and the stats on the bottom, they'll be live and updating throughout the game. So I've actually finally got that working, so that's something I'm pretty happy that I got working for this week. I know the graphics will look a little bit different, but maybe for the next stream on Sunday I can actually have it look exactly how my old graphics look like, have them updating automatically, make them look a little bit more advanced, but for now it's pretty good. I'm just going to check to see if there is a stream up. There is a stream up. I'm going to have to restart my laptop because I can't access OBS, but before I do that, at the moment I'm just saving files, so when I restart it, I don't lose it all. So yeah, not the way I wanted this stream to start, given my last few streams have been really disappointing. So I haven't been able to read the chat because I can't. But I feel like I've got to keep speaking even though I haven't got the game up. I literally am just trying to save these files. My laptop right now is just working way too much and needs a restart. And it seems to happen a few times before I start a stream, so I can't have it for a stream. God, this is taking ages. Unfortunately, there's literally nothing else I can do. Just wish it could take a little bit quicker. Would be handy. I'm not sure if the ladder is actually going to update right now because my whole thing's crashed. It possibly is. So if I actually have a look, are the stats updating? Because I haven't even checked any of the scores. I know the game started already. Actually, you know what? I will read the chat. I can read it on my phone. How many likes are Pharaoh? I can't access anything. For those just wondering, I've got to restart my laptop because it is just completely cooked right now. I think I've just been on it all day and haven't had a chance to restart it. And I've got these things in the background running, so that's how I got the ladder to automatically update live. So that might be partly due to why. So all I have to do is just restart it, but I'm just saving all this stuff before I restart it and it's taken ages. I don't think the Pharaoh video did well. It was either one that was going to do really well or start poorly and not really do well. And unfortunately it was the latter. God, this is taking me so long. I really don't want to be doing this when the game's on. I want to just be chucking it up because it's round 24. Come on. It's pissing me off a little bit. Like, I wish I could show you. I know exactly what it's like. I know Chris did like a... Oh, my I can move stuff around now. I think I just had to delete a certain amount of files. I had 15 documents open on Photoshop because I was currently working on a big thing, a video. And I just must have just had way too many open. I can finally actually use my laptop again. Surprisingly. Okay, well, maybe we don't have to worry about all of that. It's just a disappointing start to this stream because I haven't been able to actually chuck anything up. And there's literally 35 in chat. What's with my streams doing so shit? Jeez, that's pathetic. I haven't had a stream perform well in, I reckon, a whole month. Far out, or whatever. Probably because I wasn't actually doing anything. So the pies are up. Is the ladder updating? Is that actually working? They would have just scored there. Let's see if these stats as well work. Please tell me they do, because I've put a lot of effort into this. Still nothing. And then I don't know if the ladder is actually doing much either. Mate, I'd be so pissed off if it didn't. I would actually... Hold up. Pies have the first two. Mate, I really wouldn't mind it if Melbourne won this. It'd make the whole weekend even more entertaining, I reckon. Because if Melbourne can make things interesting, the percentage between them and Hawthorn... I don't think the ladder's changing, so I've got to figure out what... I reckon I could fix this, though. I just need to figure out how. Yeah, I have. It's annoying. I've actually set up everything for the stream, and then... Like, I just can't get it to start because of the laptop, but I'm actually able to use things now. I can chuck things on stream, put the live chat up. Why is Archie Perkins on screen? I've got no idea. Oh, that was, never mind. Now I do. I don't know why it's not live updating. Let's actually have a look now. I think I might know why. Different URL. Paddy with a mark. Let's see if he can put this one through for the D's. Get them off to a start. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get that to update, and then obviously the ladder as well. I don't think that's current because it would probably be a little bit more the percentage the pies would be at. So I've got to figure out why it isn't updating. Or maybe it will update. Maybe because my laptop's been like frozen this whole time. Let's see. It's loading. Petty. He's kicked it. Alright, we'll figure out what goal song will do for Melbourne. Oh, I didn't even realise the timer was not... Yeah, that's because It's like 8 minutes into this first quarter and I only just started watching the game. What is Melbourne's goal song? No, I'm not. I don't need a restart stream anymore. Unless I accidentally started this stream and made it ultra low. Nah, it's ultra low latency, so I don't have to. Thankfully. Oh, I've got to find someone to set up my the game. I can't actually watch it on my laptop, so I've got to watch it on my phone. It doesn't. It's actually not letting me. So I've got to rest on a bloody juice box. It's fucking shit. Come on, how am I going to get this? We've timed out waiting for the web page to load. It reckons the web page isn't loading, which is not true. Why is it not loading? Oh, that is just shit. It really is. Alright, let's see if I paste it in again. Because if I can't have it live, I can't leave it up there. I'm just gonna have to get rid of it, which would defeat the purpose of the whole process. Come on, can I get something working? Pies should be third. They shouldn't be second. Shouldn't be fourth. What went wrong? I don't know. It says that the download didn't complete. Well, alright, I haven't been able to figure out the live ladder. Sorry, I'll get back to chat. Let's see if I can figure out how to get the bottom graphics working. I actually want at least something to work. I'll close that. What's for tea? I don't know why you call it tea. I never had tea. I had dinner though. Oh, actually, I might restart the whole app. Come on, this is... I actually think it's the app. Can I restart the app? Why can't I get this? Like, it's not that advanced. Where's chat? Sorry, I should have had chat up on the screen before the start of the stream, but I couldn't actually access it until like 5 minutes ago. There you go. Chat's up there. So why is the Pharaoh on the screen? Oh, it's big. Yeah, it's because I got a race. All right, let's give this another crack. Which one did I save? This one. Let's see. Let's go formula. You've decided to go for a bit of nostalgia and play Evo 1. I got rid of that. Like, I reckon I got rid of that game for Evo 2. But I kind of wish I didn't do that because it'd be kind of cool going back and just playing it, like even for a stream or a video. Oh! Did something work here? So I think I've gotten it to work. Sort of. Alright, I wonder if I saved it. Did I save the... Please tell me I saved the other one. The stat one. I'll check. Let's see. That one's not updating. Alright, let's see if this one wants to update. Are you streaming the other game tonight? Oh, yeah. Yes, and hopefully by then I have this all working because a live ladder will change a lot with 2 games currently happening. Remember his 200th game as well. He's only played like 15 for the Pies, like more obviously for the Saints, 180. Mate, all of this is so confusing. It's why I couldn't get live stats working earlier in the year, because that's what I wanted to do. I still haven't even got the live chat up on the screen. But bear with me. Hopefully it's gonna work. Stats are still not doing much. Just get the chat up on the screen for those that have asked. Yeah, I know people are going to say all good and all, but I still want it to work for me. I've spent 3 hours trying to set this up, designing it, figuring out the formula, all of that stuff. So I felt like if there was any time to actually implement this, practice, it would be... I don't know why it's saying it's not working though. Because it was working before the start, unless maybe because the footy's on, it's different. You cannot edit a query whilst it's being refreshed. Cozzy's kicked it, and the D's have kicked their second in a row. Sort of against the flow. You've done a great... Yeah, thanks, but I haven't really done anything. Like, I've done... Why can't I get the goal working? Wait. There we go. No, I appreciate it, mate. I just feel like I haven't really got it working though, because I have the table and I had it working beforehand, and now it's not refreshing. So it defeats the purpose of even having it there. I don't have it there at the moment. Until I can get it updated, then I'm not going to have it on the screen. Well, I'm not going to read... I don't need to read it. So you can see it update on the screen. Like, I'll show you. I don't know if... yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Excel ladder. Just need to show it on the screen. And then I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Previews. Guess I'll do a new one. I'm hoping this works. So as you can see, we only did the top 9. I guess we can keep it on the screen for now. So previously on streams, I'd have the ladder, but I wouldn't have it updating live. And I got this shit working before the start of the stream. Like, I was like updating it on the website and it was actually doing it. And at the moment, I have it stuck at Collingwood 4th when they're currently 3rd, I think. I think they're still, but I wouldn't know. Because they can, oh no, they'd be 3rd because it'd be above Brisbane. That's the thing that pisses me off a little bit. I haven't had one of these things work. Just leave that there for now and see if we can get it updating. External data can be disabled. Okay, why is it? Can you guys hear all that shit? Refresh, please. Who knows? It might work. It might just randomly work. Anyways, even if it doesn't update, it's still good to see positions. But it's not what the positions are supposed to look like. And now I've updated it, and it looks like this. Why does it look like that? I really would like to know why the hell it looks like that. I guess we'll find out why. Oh, I know why, because of the fucking website that I'm using. If I used another website, maybe. Yeah, well, I don't want the noises for the computer to do that, so I've stopped it. Oh, alright, here we go. I might actually have it working. Keywords might, but that will just eliminate the stress for the rest of the stream. Here we go. I'll show you what I'm... It'll change when I actually update the website that I'm using. Mate, can that stop making that noise? I'm gonna mute it. As a Giants fan, come on D's, beat the pot. I think you guys are in if Melbourne win it. Otherwise, you'd have to rely on the draw, because it'll be either Hawthorn or Brisbane. Oh, but then Suns. Yeah, Suns also need to lose at least one. So, yeah, chances are low. But if Melbourne win, you'd be up with a shot. And then if you have Port Adelaide win as well, that'd be that would be best case scenario for GWS. After I thought they were actually going to be the team to miss out on finals. Yeah, all of these Excel tables and formulas are like really overloading my laptop at the moment. I can't even get it working now. See how the middle is all like coloured? It's not meant to look like that. I'll try and give you a Discord. Can you use a website rather? I could, but then it would look like I've just stolen it, and I've actually put in a lot of time to actually set all this stuff up. So worst case scenario, maybe, but like there's definitely a way. Something's just a little bit off, so that's why I'm trying again. Because once I actually get this working, then it'll feel like it's all worth it. So I'm going to use another website. Would have been nice if I used that one originally. Because every time it updates the ladder, it like fills out the screen. There you go, Sarah with the link. Thoughts on Irene leaving home and away? Ask Nick on that, but Nick doesn't stream anymore, so it'd be difficult to ask him. Maybe give him a message. It says the link is invalid. Yeah, she probably went on my description, and the link is invalid in my description. I'll try and give you a fresh one. Every time I put in like a link, it says it's invalid, even when it's supposed to be like a link that doesn't expire. Alright, I'm gonna refresh it. So I'm refreshing it. I know on the top right it looks rubbish. So if you're looking at the top right of the screen, that's meant to be a live ladder. It's currently in the middle of getting. I'm going to update it using another website. Let's see if the live stats at the bottom actually, because that should work. There's no reason why that shouldn't work. I actually know why the ones at the bottom don't. All right, let's do the live stats. Ooh. Column wasn't found. Bullshit, it wasn't found. But the live ladder is what I want working more. Oh, it's working! Yes! Alright, I'm actually kind of pumped that that's working. The ladder isn't. No, it's not what I want. There we go. I've just got to crop it so it doesn't look as good. Yeah, in theory, like what I've done here could have been just screen grabbed from the AFL website, but you can actually filter it with any stat you want. So let's just say you wanted Nick Dacos' stats. Oh, I just picked him because he's like a known player, but just to give us a player in the stream and I'll be able to like rotate it. So Nick Dacos. And it should update automatically. So I don't have to do any of that. So you can check who's got the most goals of any player. So I just want to check that for those. Why the fuck is it change colour? I don't want to change colour. I'm still really unfamiliar with a lot of this stuff. That's why I haven't been getting it all working straight away. But at least I'm getting it working now. So goals. Cozzy Pickett, 1 goal. You should... No, actually, no. It does sort itself in goals and behinds. So there's Pickett, Schultz. So Pickett... Why is Schultz... Oh, I reckon because I've reset everything, the colours are off. So Schultz should be... It's pretty easy to do. I can just copy it and paste it. Because obviously that shouldn't be that colour. But I don't know if it's resetting as it is straight away. G'day Kobe. All from home and away or Toady. Oh, so I haven't even been watching this first quarter much at all. Oh, almost a mark. Van Rooyen. Goal. All right. To see if this shit's going to actually work in real time, let's go to Van Rooyen now. And my stream deck isn't working now. Can I get one thing to work? When I get one thing working, another thing doesn't. It takes up to a minute to update, but a minute is still good enough. Alright, we'll see how long it does take. Is it possible for Pies to miss finals if they lose this? Perhaps. Actually, I don't think so. I think it will come down to like unrealistic margins. Still loading. Still loading. It's taking a while. Pause. We'll get a mark late in Schultz. Oh, there we go. It updated. That's not too bad. I don't think you don't need it to be real time straight away. Like the AFL website takes a bit of time to update, so it worked. I didn't have to do anything. So who's got the most fantasy points then? Dacos goes, and whatever happened, I actually just heard the commentary, but it's a 19 point to 18 point scoreline. Sorry, I've been all over the shop in this first quarter. I barely even watched much of the game, but it's been close, and that's all that matters. So Salem's got the most fantasy points, so that is actually quite handy. It does piss me off a little bit that the color coordination's all fucked up, but I want the ladder to be updated. So why is that giving me this? I've got quarter time to find a way to fix this. Hopefully you've been feeling better. I definitely do feel better. Yeah, it was Tuesday, the main day, where I didn't feel great. I didn't even... Well, actually, I tell you what, I did finally find the muster a bit of energy to record a video, the tipping video, to finish the recording for that. And then when I went to edit the footage, corruption occurred with my SD card, and that was just like, all right, well, fine. That must be must be fate telling me to just get some more rest, because I wasn't going to re-record it. It already took me long enough to try and record it. So I was a little bit pissed about that. Why is this... I'm starting to get a bit pissed off now that... I don't want that... That should be one, and then that should be another. Oh, it's because I actually, wait. It's because of this. I think you should have added yourself in a skein scarf for the banner, because yeah, I'll fix that. I didn't really think of that when I was making the banner at 2:30 in the morning. I actually was going to include some photos of me in St Kilda. I just didn't know where to put it. So I like that photo of me. I know I'm with the Bulldogs, but I like that photo of me at Mars. I actually liked it. Do you guys want... actually, I might go through this. Considering I've spent a while on it. Yes, the color coding is off. Maybe I can... Nah, honestly, I want to try and figure out a way of fixing this live ladder crap, because I reckon I'm definitely able to do so. Just got to figure out which website for the live ladder. Well, actually, the AFL website do it pretty well. Why don't I just use the AFL website and then customize it through that? I reckon you Photoshop the scarf if you really want to keep it. No, I'll probably just get rid of the photo. Can't be bothered photoshopping that. I've got good photos of me without a Bulldog scarf that I just add like with Saints merch on. But even if people think I'm a Bulldogs fan, like it's not that big of a deal. But maybe it's not a good look for like, you know, if I wanted to do stuff for the Saints and they see that straight away, they'll be like, oh, is this guy really St Kilda fan? Or for a lot of fans that do watch my stuff that do support the Saints, they might be put off by that. So I will change that. Okay. Alright, I figured out how I'm going to have to do this ladder shit, but it's going to take a bit of time, so we're going to try and maybe in the period of time that we have for this break, try to get this working now. Because I'd love it if it was working for the from the second game onwards. So when does the second game start? I reckon it starts at 8:10. Where's the Port merch? I've got every team, so I don't know why you're asking about Port Adelaide. Are you talking about behind on the shelves? Come on, this is literally the only time I care about having a live ladder. All other times, it's not that important, like round 15, round 1, round 9. But round 24, you need to have it on the screen, and I want it working it. The playlist guy with a 35 months, 1 month away from 3 years. Can you believe it? That is incredible stuff right there. I appreciate it very much from you. What the fuck? Oh. Forget about what I just said there. Alright, we're underway. Second quarter. Somehow it's only a 1 point margin, but it does feel like it really should be 2 or 3 goals, that is. You go to the Resi's game tomorrow? Oh, is it tomorrow? Oh, I don't think I'll end up going, actually. I unfortunately have to stay up late and finish a video that I keep having to stay up late for fucking finish editing for. It's one of those videos that I can't just say, oh, get out next week, because then it's irrelevant. It needs to be out this week. I do support the Saints, though, for the person in the chat there wondering. Alright, remove column. Points, percentage, win, loss, draw, points for, points against. Alright. Alright. Can I change the heading of that? No, I can't. Do I play footy for a local team? I played a couple of games for Wattle Park this year, alongside some of the other Resis, but not really. I don't feel like I can say I have properly played for a local club this year, but I would understand why I'd think that is the case, where I do. Okay. Is Salem still on 30? I'm going to keep it like at whoever's got the most fantasy points, and hopefully that updates throughout the way. So for those that are like into fantasy, hopefully in like 10 minutes time, that does update and scale up. Because otherwise I'm just going to have to constantly try to figure out what's wrong every 5 minutes. I'd love it if it could just be good for at least a quarter or a game. Langdon always holds Dacos. Yeah, so I've given up in fantasy. I haven't made a trade in the last 3 weeks. After not making a trade the first week, I thought there was no point in bothering. So, just going to wait till next year, really. What's the most fun video you've posted? Filmed, edited. I actually do enjoy filming out and about with other creators. So what would a video like that... because you could put the goal kicking challenge in with all the subscribers, but it's not fun when you're like doing sleepless nights and you're stressing yourself over getting it out and you're delaying it and all that. So last year's Gather Round video was pretty fun to release, and there you go. My check puts it through, and the Pies kicked their first goal that I'll be able to use for my goal graphic, but the goal graphic's not working on the stream deck. Have a guess of the artist of Collingwood's goal song. I'll literally give the person, whoever guessed it right, $10. Or have I actually shown it on the screen? Maybe I have, mistakenly. Snoop Dogg. Have a guess before I show it, and then you've eliminating your opportunity there at $10. Are you going to an AFL match? I'll go to a couple games tomorrow. I'm not going on Sunday. I'm here for 3 games, and hopefully by then we're not spending half the stream fixing these. Alright, well, I don't know why you guessed Snoop Dogg after someone else just guessed Snoop Dogg. I assume you can hear that. So no one wins, I would assume. You never heard of that song? Fleetwood Mac it is. Josh Dacos, inside 50. It's another thing I might actually have to do at halftime. Fix the screen dimensions, because I can't be arsed watching the whole game on this phone, especially if it gets close. Anyways, we'll also, in the meantime, update the... ...22. Update the live ladder. And the live ladder is updating on this thing. So let's increase a couple of little designs. That song brings me out to AFL Evolution 1 day. Well, no, I wouldn't think it was used in AFL Evolution 1, but if you're telling me that they had a similar song like that in that game, I could probably agree with that. Darren B loves his AFL. Alright, formulas. Alright, here we go. Come on, I want this ladder working by the second... By half... Actually, no, by half time. Melksham needs 4 for my big call. Fritch marks, pushes opponent, and will find a way to level the scores again. I just hate how this shit's not working. So what would it look like now that the scores are level? The ladder. I've got to figure this shit out. Actually, I need to figure out what it would look like. I'm going to do it quickly before there's another score. By the way, chat, if you guys want to let me know what to like rotate the live stats with, if you got a player in mind that you want to see their stats, or who's got the most goals, disposals, whatever, just let me know. If you're doing fantasy, if you got a player that you want to know how they're doing in fantasy, let me know. Just so we have a little bit more in the chat as well. Right, so if I can get this refreshing, then you should be able to see the live ladder in full flight in the next 30 seconds. Alright, well I knew someone was going to say Nick Dacos at some stage. So let's see, quickly Nick Dacos then. Jeez, Nick Dacos, you wouldn't... I think he is getting tagged, that's what Andy said, but if you for some reason vice-captain him, you'd be pretty pissed off. 23 fantasy, 3 kicks, 5 handballs, 1 mark, 1 tackle. I'll continue that throughout the stream though, but I'm just getting this ladder working. Salem's also been pretty good as well. Oh my god, fuck off messages. Every time there's a message, it's just pushing my phone back and I can't actually get the phone in the right spot because it keeps falling over. Alright, we got a new ladder. Let's see. Melksham's kicked the goal. There's a big call. And the D's are now in front, which means that the Pies would be... Let's see what this live ladder does. Let's see if it's going to actually change that. Yeah, so what it does, it updates to live ladder, but the colours don't update. How do I figure that out? I mean, I could always just fix it. It's not that hard, but like, surely there's a way of doing that. At least I've got it working. And I can always just update it like that. But that's sort of shit. Surely there's there'd be a way, but I just need to figure out how. Any Excel. Another shit thing as well, I can't make the I can't actually, like, I want to make it smaller, but I can't make the left side smaller, so like it looks so big. That's the only shit thing about that. What are you gonna do because the Port Suns game starts? I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna keep watching this game. Maybe watch the other one in the background. The other one definitely looked better, but at least we'll just leave it like this for now, and then at halftime we'll change it. But at least the ladder is not stuck, but just looks a bit shit. Alright, what's chat saying? We've only actually got that working. Why is this looking like this? We don't want it to look like that. Can you show the real game? No, that's one thing I can't do. I can do all this other stuff, sort of, but that's one thing I'm not allowed to do. Lipinski. I really need to be having these scores updated a bit quicker. I should now. No, I'm not worrying about this stupid ladder. So, with Elliot kicking that means that the Pies are back in front and would be back in the top 4. So this game is going to potentially go down to the wire, which would be great. Hopefully it's safe for both games. Alright, so Pies back in front. So what does that do to the ladder here? I'm going to have to figure out at halftime how to like reduce the names, because I don't want them to look so big. It's the only thing. Any other players you want me to show on the fantasy front? Because what I'll probably just do is I'll just leave it so it's like the most fantasies. Who's got the most disposals? Oliver. Interesting. Window capture. Yeah, so I said before, when the Suns Port games on, we'll have two teams fighting in this top 8 ladder. We could have the Suns drop in and out. We could have the Pies drop in and out. I just need to figure out a way of shortening the names. Ooh, on the line. So 1 point margin. Pies are currently, it looks like they're currently, well, it says they're 5th. They shouldn't be on the ladder. Now they're not. But I hate how it's not updating the columns. The column should stay that colour. Why can't it do that? Kind of hope Port win for... Yeah, they deserve one more win. I'll give them that. The reason I don't want it to do that, it defeats the purpose of customising the colours if it's going to... Surely there's an Excel wizard somewhere watching this. We need an Excel wizard on the stream. And there you go. That'll make them pay. Pies up by 7. And it's percentage between Hawthorn and Collingwood. That's also an interesting thing with percentage. Wrong team. I know there is a, yeah, or just at, yeah, ChatGPT. But I don't want to do that during the stream. Maybe at halftime I'll do that. But I do like how it updates. I actually like the bottom left, how that works, to be honest. And then if anyone wants to see, like, alright, fantasy for the quarter. But I actually would like it. Actually, what I could do, I could just duplicate this. Copy, duplicate. No, that wouldn't work. So what I want to do, so if I scroll down to check the stats, I don't want the top column to be hidden. Mate, they froth him. They absolutely froth Dacos. Gorn will mark that. Fuck, that's not gonna work. Unless I did this. Happy Naz week. Thank you. Hopefully next week's windy week. Week after's TDK week or whatever. And Liam Ryan week and Lee Kalia week. I think the screen sharing everything means that everything I do real time, it reflects on how this looks. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Zoom it in a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. Can I not zoom it in a little bit more than that? Oh, that'll be fine. That'll work. Oh, jeez, it is frustrating, but when you get it working, it feels a lot more rewarding. Margin's 8 points. For the people wondering, the ladder, I am going to try and lessen the thickness of it, so because I could just have the names a lot more abbreviated, but the way I'm doing it makes it difficult for that to actually just set up. I've got to figure it out on ChatGPT, trusty old ChatGPT. Port game would start at 8:10. But yeah, no, I will follow that. I'll have the scores up. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Why is this why is this weirdly... It's not like aligned. I really just got to watch the game. The whole point is to watch this footy game, not flicker around with statistics and Excel. Side bottom makes it 14 points. Good finish. And will he be playing on? I think, is he? I don't even know if he's confirmed. Did they give him another contract for 2026? Someone will know better than me. How to make AFL fans angry in 5 steps. God, I actually really want to get this up on the laptop. Hey, does anyone know when you load up KO and it says sorry, an unidentified encrypted errors caused playback to fail? Does anyone know how to fix that? The thing is, when this will be half time, I can chuck the other game on. So it's good overlap timing for the AFL. Like, you don't want it to be like what it was Friday a few weeks ago, where it started one game 7:10, the second was at 7:40, and then when it was half time, it was like quarter time the other game. It's like, well, fuck. How are you meant to watch any of the game? What the fuck does that mean? Video VAQ. Fuck, this is a really difficult chat to actually want to acknowledge. Reboot your device and router, clear your browsers, ensure not using a VPN, check for any available KO app or browser updates, temporarily disconnect other device from your internet connection. Mate, I can't actually. I'm gonna have to bloody put on. Can you watch KO on a PlayStation? I'm gonna have to boot up my PlayStation and watch KO. This is where it's gotten to. This is where it has gotten to. Let's see. How's things lately? You know what? I'll be honest with you. Not great. I'll be completely honest with you. Could be better. And we're not just talking about all these technical faults on the stream either, by the way. I've just had a pretty bad few weeks, to be honest. Alright, can I get the game on KO on the PS4? I just want to be able to watch the fucking footy. I just want to watch the footy. Probably should have it up on my phone just so I don't miss out. 40 seconds. We connect to my internet real quick. Sucks to hear that. Yeah. Not ideal, but that's alright. Looks like Gordon's having a shot after the siren here. He's going short. And it works. Does this shit have KO on? Normally we just have it already installed. I've got to install it. Oliver's been huge in this half. Oh, he's missed. He's missed. It's half time. So it's a 13-point mark. It's probably the sort of game I expected, to be honest. But Melbourne are hanging in there. I just want to have turn on settings, system HDMI enable. Yeah, I just want to have the game on a bigger screen. Because I can't really show you guys where it... Well, actually I can. So I was watching the first half on my phone. Because on KO... This is the message I would get. On the other laptop. So... Yeah, we're trying on the PlayStation. Why'd I get banned? I'll scroll up. I'll probably know why. Probably because you were spamming Go Pies, just not making the chat any better. Like when all there is in the live chat is someone spamming Go Pies, it doesn't help better it. You kind of got the colours wrong on the ladder. I didn't get the colours wrong. Whenever it updates, it also updates with the colours, so I got to figure out how to fix that. And it's just like, I should stop complaining, but it doesn't help the stream when I'm fixing stuff on the stream half the time. without actually having to just be in my entertaining self and watch footy as it is. Because like that shouldn't be doing that. Anyways, can I get KO to work on the laptop, please, on the PlayStation? Yes, I can. Yes. See, I was like so surprised that it worked. Do I have headphones on this? I don't, but how am I going to then listen to the broadcast without headphones? I could do this, but I look like a bit of a dickhead. I just realised it says the Suns are now in the 8. Oh, it must have been... Yeah, it must not have updated. I don't want to wear these big, buffy, shitty headphones. The $25 Kmart ones I got for some... I don't even know why I got them, to be honest. I think I got them because it had like a mic... The ability to use like a game mic when playing on PlayStation, and I wasn't going to use them on stream or anything like that. But I'm definitely not going to use them in this situation. So, really, is there no headfoot input on a PlayStation? That's a bit surprising. Oh, actually, wait. No, I'm an idiot. I just plug it into the controller. Why did I not think of that in the first place? Far out. Alright. We're good now for the rest of this stream. Alright, I've been trying everything except for actually sitting down and actually watching the game and responding to the comments and all that. Snapchat's going live. Really? Wonder what they're going to be streaming. Are they doing more questions and trivia? Tell you what, they will perform. They'll outperform this stream because they're good entertainers. Oh, this is a bit high actually. Oh, come on. Fuck. Why can't I get anything working? Fuck me. It's just never easy. Too high. Move this to the left. Alright, now, whilst the other footy game is on, 8-4 the scores. Not surprising, to be honest. Let's find a way to get this ladder. Okay. How am I going to get the ladder on the top right of the screen to condense itself and stay the color on the row for the entire duration? Game over for the D's. It's half time and you're down by 13 points. Yeah, alright, let's see if I can find out a way of actually getting that maybe fixed a little bit. Actually, looks a little better. Zero goals, 5. I reckon they're not winning this game, the Suns. I had a feeling it was always going to be one of those sort of danger games for Gold Coast, and they've started with 0-5. Why does it say the Suns are in the 8? I don't get that. It's 8-5. Oh, it's changed. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, I think in the meantime, what I'll just do is I'll just copy it every now and then when I need to. So it's all good. So Collingwood colours. For Gold Coast first year, Ethan Reid. He's kicked it. So the Suns, I think, are going to boost into... They could boost into 6th or 5th. I didn't even see what happened to Howe, unfortunately, because I spent a good portion of the first 15 minutes of the stream getting everything working, and by the time I got everything working, I must have missed it. So Suns are now in... But that's the shit thing. It just flicks around with all the colours. That's the thing that pisses me off a little bit. It flicks around with all the colours. What happened to Howe? Hamstring? Oh, okay. At what point in the game? Was it the first quarter? Was it early? 8 to 11. When the Collingwood game finishes, I'll get the rolling stats up for the Port game. I don't think I'll really want to try to do 2 games at once, because who knows what'll happen if I do that. Need conditional formatting so the colours are linked to the name. Oh, okay. Alright, okay, good bit of feedback there in terms of how I get this working. Let's see. I thought I had conditioning formatting turned on. Maybe not for the new table I had to make, because I had to make a new table. Okay. Thank you, Flamin' Ice. Conditional formatting. Alright, well, we'll find out, I guess, when there's a change in the live ladder. So at the moment, the live ladder... Oh, I've got to put the positions. Positions. Are the Suns making finals for you? You should probably ask me if they're making the top 4 instead for me. But if you did get the chance to watch the round 24 predictions, I actually said that the Power were winning this game. And looking like a pretty decent call early on. At least they're in the game. Tell me what's up. Good tackle. This will kick the Suns out of the top 8 for now if he kicks this. He's kicked his first goal. Don't know who he is, but let's see if that changes the ladder up a little bit. It should. It should change the ladder up. Was that tip based on anything? Based on gut feel with the Suns and their inability to win games at the Adelaide Oval. And I just feel like, you know, Port Adelaide will get a good crowd, and for Ken Inkley's last game and Travis Boak, so maybe they lift for that game. Despite a few of the outs, but they've shown it all right so far here. So should in the next 30 seconds see a drop. So we should see Suns go down to 9th without me having to do anything. So whoever said to try conditional formatting, hopefully that's actually fixed the problem I had beforehand. If it hasn't, I'll be a bit pissed, because then I don't know what I'll do to get it all working. Did you see Jimmy Webster retired? Yeah, but I'm not that surprised. Although it would be nice to give him a farewell game. He's been around for the longest of any Saints player at the club. It does take a while for the live ladder to update. That's the only shitty thing. It should be doing it every 15 seconds, but apparently it only updates every minute. So like, let's say Port Adelaide do, I don't know, concede here. The Suns would kick another goal, and it'll be kind of irrelevant. Still loading. Why is it? I'll just delete this one then. I'll delete it when it stops refreshing, so it doesn't take so long. Ben King for the Suns' second goal to have them hit the lead. He's kicked. Yeah, he's put it through. So it's still loading on the screen here. Why is it taking so long to load? Suns 17, Power 14. They've kicked 2 goals now, the Suns, after going 0-5. Collingwood are stuffed if they lose. Unlikely, though. Well, I go to 60 points, and look at that percentage with Collingwood, Hawthorn, and the Suns. It's very close. Closely compact. It didn't load in time. Come on, refresh the data, please. Did you also see Zane Cordy hasn't been given a... I did see that, yeah. I saw him and Webster. But that's alright. I'm not surprised about that. A little bit more surprised about Webster. Cordy hasn't really played at all this year. I think he's only played like 1 or 2 games. I don't like how it's taken so long for it to load, though. I don't like that. Suns should be on a 121.2, not 121.3. Why is that not doing shit? Ethan Reid. Realistically, though, with the talent the Suns have heading into this game, they can't be losing this. Like, they're just going to be too good, ultimately. Reid to put the Suns up by 9. Oh, he's missed it. Maybe if they just keep kicking wayward, that could give this Power a possible chance here. All right, it's updated now on the scoreboard. Sun's been very inaccurate, says Sarah. They started with 0 goals for. I had no idea they had the number 10 behind the hill. That's kind of cool. Oh, Jesus Christ. You don't see that very often. What's happened here with Aaliyah? He looks injured now. Reid pushes Aaliyah over the fence into the crowd. And I think he hit his hip. If you're going to pay the soft ones, you pay that for a push because that could injure him. Probably did injure him. Hewlin kicks it. Liddy. 40 seconds. The ladder's finally working again, which is good to see. Well, I'm not going to read a comment when you call me broski. What does broski even mean? Jai Farah, will he take a shot on the siren? This will be for a 10-point lead. The Suns have been all over Port Adelaide for a lot of this quarter. Just haven't put on the scoreboard. I'm hyped for Luca Grego to debut, says Lachlan. Yeah, why is it? Why are these Eagles fans hyped about that guy? I don't even know who Luca Grego is. I don't know a lot about him. Seems to be a very exciting debut and 50-minute penalty. What has happened here? That's a really bad one to give away because there was no guarantee he was going to kick that. So Suns should move up a little bit in percentage. I don't think the Suns... Actually, the Suns can overtake Hawthorn. Oh, it was Aaliyah on Reed. Oh, that is the softest. That is such a shit 50. Sarah's goal. Oh, what? Is Collingwood game back on? Fuck, it must be. Alright. Yeah, I'll go back and watch that. If the Collingwood game gets to blowout, I'll change games. Fuck, how do you click out of the game that you wanted to watch on KO? Oh, there you go. They've got footy shorts on here. I haven't seen the last episode. Mate, they format this so bad. Why is it so difficult to find the current game that you want to watch? Oh, there. Who kicked the goal? Who kicked the goal, Sarah? Oh, maybe you were talking about the Gold Coast goal. Oh, I thought you were talking about this game. I didn't realise this game's been on for the last 6.5 minutes. Says it's half time and it's a third. Oh yeah, Gold Coast. Yeah, makes sense. Jeez, that's a good mark from Elliott. McStay puts it wayward. Drop mark. Langford clears it out. Van Rooyen side bottom. Perryman goes short. And not side bottom, so Elliott. Perryman. Good tackle. The Oscar goes to Ben King. The Oscar goes to Ben King, Ethan Reid. Just give it to every Gold Coast player on the list right now. But I guess with all the misses, 10 points probably seems fair. But that was a terrible one. Free kick, I think. Is that Melksham or Frampton? Frampton gets the free kick. Alright, let's go back to the rolling stats. Let's see who is leading. Because you actually can if I really wanted to. I'm not going to do it because it's just too much of a task. But you can go through and find other stats. No multiple goal scorers. DeGoey, Schultz, Maynard, Elliott, Sidebottom, Myercheck. That marks. Gone. Blake Howes with 3 tackles. Not many tackles. I think there would be a way as well if I could just have like total stats, so it's not just player stats. Because people might want to know what the free kick count is, all that stuff. This is as basic as it gets, but it's still pretty handy to have up on the screen. But Gone with 83 fantasy. I have him in my team, but I don't really care about fantasy this year. What happens if Collingwood wins? Do they get the second chance for every team to lose to finish? Well, let's have a look at the ladder. So you can see the ladder on the screen. Brisbane and Hawthorn play on Sunday, so good chance. There's a good chance they will overtake Collingwood, but Hawthorn will need a win by a certain amount to finish top 4, even if Collingwood win. And then the Suns have to win by a fair amount against the Power, and the Bombers are going to make up percentage. So there's been a goal this quarter, but Melksham takes a mark here, and this will be a chance for a second. I hit him for 4, and they've got McCreary going into the rooms now, so it's actually going from bad to worse here. I could honestly see Melbourne going and winning it from here. I really could. Melksham, oh, it's a poor kick. Yeah, so that's what would happen, Daniel, but I still think there's a fair chance the Pies do stay in the top 4 for now. Can you please stream the North game? I'm going to stream on Sunday. I want to actually go to a game to finish off the home and away season, because I won't be going to many more games for the rest of the year, so I'll go to the Geelong-Richmond game. Go back to Essendon, mate. Essendon could use Jake Belsham. I know he's, 32, 33, but he's had a pretty decent season when you think about it. Membry. I haven't seen any of Membry this game, but this is for a goal in his 200th. 6'10" the Pies are, 46. Max score leading the fantasy stats. Let me know if there's a player you want to have a look at their stats. We can go through it a little bit. The lowest fantasy game is Rowan Steele. Membry only the 18. And just offline there, so be a 13-point lead now. It'll be between the Dogs and the Dockers to miss out the top 8. And a lot of people reckon that the Dogs will win that game, which I agree, so I think Freo. I'm just going to chuck this up so when I go through the rolling stats, it's a little easier to... Yeah, so now if I go through fantasy getters, there we go. Looks a lot cleaner. Oh, Cozzy! That's going through! That's a huge goal! Cozzy Pickett, 7-point margin now. 6 goals apiece, and it's the D's that are just being a bit better in front of goals. Brownlow will be for Naz or some... like Naz is hopeful, but let's say he has a standout performance against the Giants next week. Does he legitimately have a chance now? Like, cause I still think he's a bit far off for this year. Because I would have been a little bit worried for Brownlow night if he still didn't sign on, because it wouldn't have been as fun to watch. Because, like, yeah, you'd be getting all these votes, but it's like, well, yeah, but is he going to be staying, though? Oliver gets a free kick there. They played on. Langford's kicked the goal! Langford has kicked the goal! That did not look unconventional at all. What the fuck? So they've outscored them in the goal front, and it's a 1 point margin. And percentage is going to look a little bit of an issue now for Collingwood here, because they haven't really gained any percentage. So even if they win and they only win by a little bit, I actually reckon the Pies might fall out of the 4. I almost feel like it's looking the more likely scenario. So Oliver got the free kick there. Yeah, so I was going to say, that didn't look conventional from... Was that Langford? Just off like one step there. And somehow went over for the goal. Somehow carried. Gone. Wins the hit out. Somehow wasn't a free kick. Please just say hi. Sorry, Namar, but you could put in a bit more than just that. If you really wanted me to respond to one of your questions so badly. Not hard to get an answer from me. Yeah, this game seems like it's leveled up now. The D's have found a spark. Langdon finds a target and Petty. And Petty can go back. He'll, well, find a marking target in Fritsch. He was alone for a while. And this is going to be for the lead. And this will kick the Pies out the top 4. When's the viewer award stream? In a couple of weeks, because by the time we have to wait for the Essendon Gold Coast game to finish, and then the Legends game will be on. So the week into finals, it will be on a Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe on a Monday. Probably on a Tuesday though. Fritsch has kicked a goal. He's got it through. They're 8-4. They're accurate, which has not been what the Pies have been in this game, and they've hit the lead. 52-47. Yeah, I'll be going to the Legends game. Because I think it's going to be a bit different to how they've done the Legends game in recent years, like before COVID. Like, it sort of came to shit after every year on year. They started adding things to it to make it seem more exciting, but they just felt like no one really took it seriously. But you're not meant to take it too seriously, but what'll be involved in the viewer... Well, no, it's not a viewer award stream. It's the Cardi medal thing I've been talking about all year. Well, it's like a Brownlow count, but it's just been with all the votes that I've gotten you guys to submit after every round. But there'll be a bit more than just that. Gawn gets out the back. Gawn again. Rivers. Jesus, they're dangerous right now, Melbourne. By the way, Flame and Ice. I don't know why, but that didn't end up working there, the conditional formatting. But it's not like it's not that big of a deal. I can always just change the color. But it'd be better if I didn't have to worry about doing that. Because it sort of defeats the purpose of actually having this all live. Because I'm still like, if it's live, I don't have to do anything, and I'm still doing stuff. So if someone knows how to fix that, let me know. I'm not going to worry about fixing it tonight. I'll try for the next stream. Just the colours. Everything else I got working, which is good. Elliott out the back. Can he get it cleanly? He can. He collects it cleanly. Dacos normally finds a target. He looks like Lipinski was there, but good defence. They got there late. And this game is a 50-50 one. It's 50-50, I think, from here, with a couple of Collingwood injuries as well. But you just back into Collingwood's experience in these sort of games against Melbourne. De Goey. He's a forgettable player this year, De Goey. Really hasn't done a lot. What's up, Lenny? It made my day to say g'day to you in Canberra. I was the guy in the Italy shirt. Italy shirt. The way you described that should mean I should remember that, but I can't. Anyway, good in meeting you regardless, but can't remember Italy shirt guy. You weren't the guy that saw me at the bus stop, were you? Pendlebury tries to play for the free kick there. Bowie. And they're out again here, the D's. They're looking dangerous once again. Fritsch. So if the Pies lose this game, they're guaranteed to not play top 4 footy, which means that they could very easily go out first week of finals, to be honest with you. Yeah, good luck, Lenny. I don't know if I'm going to the game. It'll depend on how much sleep I'd want to get, but I have to check on when and where it is. Is it a home game? Deserve a home game after last week. Fritsch for goal number 3. And that's struck very well. Struck very, very well. The D's are up by 11. Fucking 9:20. That is early. And what, if you win, you go into the grand final? Do you play that Melbourne High team that... Get Harlan on the back. I'll try to get down, but... Oh, it's mate. If I did have a car, I actually got the car quoted, so we're gonna get it serviced soon, which is good. But man, if I had that car ready now, I'd just drive there instead of having a bus and train and all that in the morning. I hate all of that crap. Winner plays, yeah, in the final, grand final. Look at the percentage. Gold Coast could overtake Collingwood here purely through percentage with all these goals that they're conceding. Has the damaged car just been sitting at home? Yes. But it's not externally damaged. It doesn't look damaged at all. It's just all the internal parts. And I cannot tell you anything about it, really. But it got serviced. I already explained this to you, I think, but it got serviced a while back when my dad went to go take the rental car back in just at the same time, and they realised there was something wrong with it. So I don't really know why it's taken so long to... Well, because I didn't get told until like a few months ago that it was actually usable still. It just needed to be fixed. I just thought it was completely fucked. But if it was completely fucked, it shouldn't have just been sitting there. But it's not the same car that I crashed. Different one. That crashed. It's a different car. People think it's the same car. It's not that blue one that I crashed or that I crashed, that someone crashed into me. That one's gone. It's written off. Probably in a junkyard site right now. It's the other car that my mum owned. That she just got a new one because of the other crash car, but just conveniently stopped being safe to use. Needed fixing. Australia's going to win again. If they do win again in a thriller, or if the Pies do lose another close game of footy, I probably won't use that gag because it's cheap views, but it's not that, like, it doesn't really have the same effect anymore. Did you need some donos for repairs? Well, I don't need them for repairs, but I wouldn't go against donations for put into fixing the car, to be honest. But yeah, we're going to get serviced at like the well, it's a Holden car. Obviously Holden don't produce cars anymore. They're done, but Holden we're going to charge like a lot, and like that was a job that could have been, you know, done for a lot less. So that's why I've gone and try to get a few other quotes. No, it won't become my car, but I'll just be able to drive it. It won't become my car, but it'll be what it was like 5-6 months ago, where I was able to use it 80 to 90% of the time, but my dad at some stages might need to use it, but really I could for most of the time use it. But I will eventually get my own car. I really do need one, to be honest. It's not even a want, it's really more of a need. Jack Chris, that's an important tackle to win. This is for the first goal in this third quarter. That's a very, very important goal. And they're within 5 points. And I still think it's a 50-50 game. Just go to a generic mechanic. Yeah. But my dad wanted to get like a quote before we went into it, but I told him none of them actually give you a full one. You get a base price for some of the parts, but you need to go in for the full one. But I know it won't be more than what they charged. And the reason I'm doing that is so I don't have to pay for the full repairs or a new car. Buy a car, then you go to the shops and buy food. Why don't I... Well, it's easier said than done buying a car, mate. It's not cheap. I've not really saved heaps of money after this year with all these trips and other stuff. And even if I did get a car, then I have nothing left. But I probably wouldn't be able to... unless I got like a really, really, really shit one. No, but at the moment, all I really need is just to get that working. And then I'll be able to do that. Drive to the supermarket instead of having to walk there. So I walked there the other day. It took an hour and 10 minutes there and back. But I did to be fair, stay for a little bit at getting shit. Quaynor, 2 minutes to go. Ride Chris's bike around. He's actually gotten his bike back, believe it or not, Sarah, after a whole year of inactivity. Thought he didn't want it back. I just was like, mate, if you want it back, have it back. But it took him a while for it to really ask for it again. And by ask, actually go out of his way and actually get it returned. So I don't own a bike again. So now if I wanted to get areas via bike, which is a bit quicker, I couldn't do that. I don't have a bike. My old one broke. Melksham again. He's 1 goal 2. Let's bring up Jake Melksham's stats. Really, best year. Yes. Good for my big call. He's kicked his second. He's had a solid game. He's had a solid game. Do you think the Pies can really give a good enough excuse if they drop this game? And even if they want to give a good enough excuse, they're cooked for the whole year. Like they are seriously no chance of contending this season. They are no chance of contending. That kind of crazy. I've never lived more than a 5-minute walk away from shops. Was that not you that said the exact same thing when I talked about this like a few weeks ago on a stream? Look, that supermarket is probably a 25 to 30 minute walk, but it's a Woolworths, not like an IGA. I feel like it's not that hard to believe at all. Do you think Collingwood will be good next year, or do you think their list is too old? A lot of people still think they'll be around the mark, but it's not looking good for them here. They're too reliant on certain players, and when they're out of form, then they look really exposed. I actually think they might fall out of the 8 next year, actually. To be honest, if you have to pick a couple sides to fall out the 8, I could see Collingwood falling out the 8. There will have to be a few sides. Why couldn't Collingwood be that side? Like, they probably won't win a final this year when you think about it. Like, they really don't have that many players in the injury front at the moment. Like, I know Howe is it, but good Mark Lipinski. Holy shit. What a mark. On the siren as well. On the 3/4 time siren, the Pies. In the meantime, Port Adelaide v Gold Coast is just a 2-point game. So this has become a really exciting Friday night of footy. 2 good games and good fixturing for the AFL. People are like, oh, you need to have... Well, honestly, people thought this game was going to be relevant. It's not irrelevant because the Pies just need a win for top 4, and that's still not locked in. But before the round, the chances were more than likely that they were going to make top 4. So it's a 10-point margin at 3/4 time. Jake Melksham with 2 goals. We'll go through to see the goal scorers for the Pies and the Ds. So Fritsch with 3 goals. Melksham... Oh, hold up. I've got to fix that. So Fritsch with 3, Melksham with 2. Pickett with 2. Can I just scroll down? I'll just do that. Yeah, that makes it. It's easy. So Fritsch with 3, Melksham 2, Pickett 2, Crisp 1, DeGoey 1, Elliott 1, Langford 1, Maynard, Myercheck, Petty, Schultz, Sidebottom, Van Rooyen. Like when I actually get the ability to figure it out, you'll be able to sort goals and behinds through see how it's like 3 goals, 2 goals, all that stuff. But you want to have it where the player with 1 goals and then more behinds is next. So you got Crisp with 1 goal, 1, but Elliott should be above from that. So Elliott should be higher than Crisp. All right, let's just put the other game on then for a little bit. And I actually could get both these tips right for those who are wondering how I went with my tips this week. I had to tip the Ds, so thank you, Zay, once again for giving a possible correct tip here, as they could lose another game. And the Suns are currently 9 points ahead of the Power. So as you can see right now, the Suns are percentage 0.1% away from overtaking the Pies here. This game would be a bit more important for Gold Coast if they only had one more game left when you think about it. Because if that was the case, then they'd be playing for top 4. Probably, though, more likely, they'd be playing for top 8. Because I don't think the Suns would be able to make top 4 if they don't have the Essendon game. Hobart Small. That's a random statement to put in the chat. Or was anyone else talking about Hobart? Suns going so 50 again. Free kick to Port Adelaide. They get one back. Because I saw a terrible call at the end of the quarter. The first. You were talking about shops being close. Yeah, like 5 minutes ago. But I'm not talking about the city centre. I'm talking about just suburbs. I feel like if you live in the metropolitan Melbourne, there are some suburbs that are like 25-minute walk to the supermarket. Not everywhere you live so close to local shops, but there are shops you can walk to. Not many though. What has happened there? I just look away and then they turn the ball over straight to the Suns. Down here, you drive 15 minutes out of the city and you're in the bushes. Yeah, you could probably be the same spot from where I live. I mean, if you drive 15 minutes, probably wouldn't be in the fully countryside, but yeah, I guess it would make more sense to be in Hobart, smaller, as you said. Anderson. King. Can Max King do this next year, please? Look like a genuine threat every time we go inside 50. It's a good crowd. I actually think the crowd might be 45 plus. The better of the King brothers. Yeah, so far we're still early-ish in their progression, their careers. So after that goal, I actually wonder if the Suns are going to jump the Pies on the ladder. Check out the Port v Gold Coast game. I'm watching the Port Gold Coast game. I know you probably don't know exactly if you just clicked on the stream and would have seen Collingwood v Melbourne and the score on the bottom, but well, they've probably jumped them, I reckon, with that goal. There you go, they have, but it hasn't updated the colours, so that's just the only thing that I got to get right for next time I stream. Because the live ladder will be very important for that game, especially Free Bulldogs. If there are a lot of lead changes, like the thing is, though, if there are a few lead changes in the Port Adelaide v Gold Coast game, then I'll be able to update the Gold Coast Collingwood one quite a bit. Is this like really good case scenario for Hawthorn though? Like, they might just need to only win. I think for them, they honestly just need a win. And GWS, well, they might be making the top 4 as well, potentially. But they're still not as likely as Hawthorn. So, currently as it stands, the Suns are above the Pies, but Port Adelaide will get a free kick here, hold the ball, and it'll sort of flip the 5th and 6th positions again. Yeah, so if the Essendon v Gold Coast game didn't happen, in a way, I kind of hope this wasn't the case, because it'd be a lot more exciting if the Suns only had this game left to go, because they'd be fighting for a lot more. It's a bad miss. So I think Gold Coast Essendon will be a lot less relevant. I think the Suns are kind of confirmed to finish top 4. If they win this game. Can someone just tell me when the Collingwood Melbourne game's back on, please? Just one of you guys, please. Well, Adelaide missed minor premiership when you're going a bit confident there, saying that you'll beat them. Wonder what is with the blind optimism. I think the Kangaroos will have a decent game, but still think the Crows get a solid win. I've got like a clogged nose at the moment. I feel like I sound different. Hold up. I'll be back in a sec. Have you ever botted your subs? I personally have never done that. That'd be the last thing I'd be wanting to do. I don't know if you asked that just because you were curious, or if you think that I've botted my subs, but fucking, that's the last thing you'd be wanting to do. To be killing your channel. Gee, so missed the start of the Melbourne game again. But it's not so bad, because at least I'm still watching other games. Oh wait, I've got to go from live, not resume. Fuck, it's 56-71. They've got to hurry up here, the Pies. Goal kicking hasn't been there. One would though. What the hell? 7-14. Fuck me dead, Collingwood. Season's just about over for you guys. Now, for the person in the chat asking if the Pies could miss out on the 8, they... well, they won't because of the percentage of the Freo. They're on a 108, I think they are, or 108.6. So let's say Fremantle percentage of like 119. That would... No, it wouldn't matter. It actually wouldn't matter. Because even if Freo lost, they'd have a 56. They'd have a 60 points. Collingwood would have 60 points, but they've got the better percentage. So even if the Dockers lost, they wouldn't be able to. They'd have to have like a 123 percentage to make things close. What time would you guys play in the grand final, Lenny? Like, Would it be a Saturday or a Sunday? Because I'll almost certainly go if it's the week after, because there's no footy on. You'd think a lot of people will get down because it's the midweek bye. Could be that week where I could maybe do that under 14s game stream. I think it has to be. Sorry, not the stream, the video. $12 on a Sunday. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a time you can't really make an excuse for not going. Let's see. I'll go back to the fantasy stats. Fritch with 83. If we win, we'll find out on Monday. So who are you playing? I probably should try to make an attempt to go, because I said I'd go to a final to show support, but it's fucking early. It's fucking early, and then it's like, because I'm gonna actually hold up. Pendlebury, this is a chance for Collingwood. They're running. They've got a loose player. They've got Schultz. Lockie Schultz. He's had a pretty good game. Let's find Lockie Schultz. What are his stats? .53 fantasy, 1 goal, 2. If he misses, it's over. It's not over, but they don't look like threatening here, kicking multiple goals in a row when they're 7-15. This kicking, 1-3 for Schultz, is really, really bad now. It is going to cost them a top 4 spot. That's probably not a good sound, having so close to the mic, but yeah, I'll try and make an attempt to go to a game, and I'll definitely go to the grand final if you guys win. Maybe it is ASMR, actually. Those sort of sounds can appease some people. See, I actually only did that again into the mic because it kind of could be considered ASMR to some people. And it needed to get all the snot out. Sounds like it's starting a car that won't go. Yeah, that's the state of the car that needs to get fixed. Look how pissed off the fans are. Big fuck you to that fat guy with the grey hair. There's no reason. No wonder you got grey hair. You support Collingwood. Push down to the front when you blow it. I really didn't think I'd have someone give me advice how to blow my nose on a Collingwood v Melbourne stream. Oh, they look like they just want to win it more. Perryman's bloody in La La Land right now. Be a satisfying upset here. Oh, shit. Pickett. Maynard. Out of play. 13-22. The Pies need another 3 goals at least. To think that Collingwood were like 10 or 14 points top of the ladder only like 7 weeks ago. 10 or 14 points. Was it really 14 points? Maybe it was 2 games. 2.5. Well, it couldn't mean half. It'd be... unless they were above Brisbane, but yeah, now they could probably fall to 7th. Will they play a home final or an away final? Like, let's just think about it here. If it stands as it is, because we haven't got squiggle here. Freo or not, let's say Bulldogs win, so Could they not finish 8th? They'll drop to 8th, won't they? Cully's looking pretty bad on the ground. They should stop play. Oh no. They go to 7th. Why wouldn't they go 8th? Oh, these kicks have been so terrible. They've been to the advantage of nobody. Yeah, wouldn't the Pies go 8th? Because GWS, if they beat the Saints, they'll overtake them on 64 points. Shit, that was a harsh landing. If they get wrecked... Oh, I guess Hawthorn. I kind of forgot about Hawthorn, but it'll be 7th or 8th then. Hawthorn would have to beat Brisbane. If they lose to Brisbane, I think they would go 8th. Okay, I forget about Hawthorn because they're up. They're in the 4 right now, actually, as it stands. So if the Saints beat the Giants, does that mean the Hawks could make the top 4 without needing to win? Longs kicked it! Beautiful bounce out of nothing. That's the way they're going to get their goals. Huge goal. The context of the game. And that's a little bit of fortune. Fortune favours the brave. 63-71. Good goal. Let's have a look at long stats. Ned Long, 73 fantasy, 16 disposals. But the 0 hit-outs is disappointing from Ned Long. You'd think someone like him would really be on top of the hit-out front. Obviously not being serious there. Here we go, choke incoming. You can't say choke incoming when they're the side currently trying to come back from a deficit. The thing is, though, for Collingwood, most likely, even if they win, they probably don't finish in the top 4 because Gold Coast will beat Essendon, right? Oh, he means D's choke. Oh, I just assumed choke Pies would just go hand in hand whenever anyone mentions choke in a Collingwood game. Yeah, I think still there's a good chance that they don't make the top 4 though, the Pies, but we'll see. They will need the Hawks to win by like a small margin, but if the Hawks win, they'd want to win by like a fair margin, I would have thought. But this percentage game is actually quite crazy. Caden's probably sweating. He'd be sweating, but not as much as other... He wouldn't be sweating nearly as much as Collingwood fans right now, I wouldn't have thought. Like Jarrod Davis, if there's a Collingwood fan that I could bring up as an example, even though he's probably up there in the corporate box for Fox Footy. But he'd be sweating, I would have thought. McCreary's back on the field from the 45 and he hits up Elliott. Beautiful kick, beautiful pass. And the Pies will line up to reduce the margin to 4 points. Eddie McGuire will be sweating, yes. And he's kicked it. And he should, with that goal, that should hopefully, not like it makes much of a difference, that should hopefully increase them to 5th. It's all about percentage. But, oh, what the flip? Did I not have that timer on the whole quarter? Either that or I'll reset it. Should have said the last quarter. What are the chances St Kilda betting the Giants? 25%. Probably a fair odds, I'd say. 1 in 4 chance. Saints are a plucky side in final rounds. We've seen it in the last few seasons. Who do the Saints play round 23, 2023? I think they won that game. Well, I know we beat Carlton last year. We beat Freo to kick him out of the 8 in 2021. 2022 we lost to City, but only narrowly. 2023 they played Brisbane and they only just lost. So we haven't really had a poor round 23 performance in a very long time. Van Rooyen! What if it's a draw? What if it's a freaking draw? Can they still make the 4 if it's a draw? Well, I seem like with Brisbane's scenario right now, if it's a draw, like if the Lions don't beat Hawthorn, they can't make top 4. So will that be the same for Collingwood? Schultz plays on. Goes long. Can Membry get to that? Imagine Membry kicks the winner here in his 200th. Why not mark that? Why are the Pies fans calling for like deliberate there? They wouldn't pay deliberate for a spoil out of bounds like that. Well, I'll do that after the game. After this game, I'm not going to be blowing my nose. No, not enough. Maybe I should do it. Honestly, maybe I should do it just so I can just clear it before this, like the last 5 minutes of this game. Both sides have 121.7%. Shit. And Schultz is going to line up again. So he's had a pretty solid game. 1 goal, 3 though. That's the problem for him. He's been unreliable in front of goal today. A Sinisod. Maybe I should invest in one of those. Lachie Schultz. He's put it through. The Pies are currently as it stands in the top 4. So I'm going to have to update the ladder now when it changes because the colours will be off a little bit. Schultz kicks his second goal. Do the D's have any more left to give? They'd want to win this game. I know it won't really have any effect on their year, but they'd want to win this game. So let's see. The D's are the most useless team to... I wouldn't say the D's are the most useless team. They've won like 12 flags over their history. If you're going to say any side's useless, you'd probably say St Kilda are, but I disagree with that. So this is the second D's Pies game we've streamed this year, and the second thriller. Rivers gets it out somehow. Oliver extracts it to Salem. And the dangerous Cozzy Pickett on the lead. He'll have to kick it from 50 though. Jesus Christ. Don't think many were expecting this game to be a really close one. I thought it was going to be like a comfortable, not comfortable, like a 20-point win for the Pies. That's what my tip was, but it's currently 1 point as it stands. The Pies are third. But I've got to change that to point. Scores a level. What's that going to do to the ladder? What is that going to do with the ladder? I think it stays the same because of the percentage that they have over Brisbane. Jamie Elliott handles it. The colours are off, but I feel like by the time I update the colours, I'll have to change them again. The goey. McCreary, that's check side! He's missed it, so I can keep the colours. Wait, no. Wait, never mind. I would say you get the... but by the time I go and get that, I'll probably have a free from a block nose, so probably won't do that. I mean, it sounds like it'd be handy for the future, like if I get this another block nose again. No, I don't want to do it during the last quarter. It's a thriller. McStay! See, why'd I do that? What if I wanted to use this in like a highlight package or something and I've got myself blue in my fucking nose? Shouldn't have put it in the chat. No, not your fault, but I shouldn't have acknowledged that comment. So McStay marks it. To be honest with you, I think they are going to hold on here because they're just running over Melbourne here. McStay from 10 metres out puts it through. You'd be pissed off, I reckon, if you're Melbourne, because this is sort of one of those, you'd love to spoil... You'd love to be the party killers for the Pies. They're the 3 now. And now they probably do make top 4 all of a sudden. I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know what the likeliness are. So I've updated the colouring again. I don't think it's going to move around too much for Gold Coast. I guess... I guess unless Port Adelaide hit the lead again. What can Melbourne manage in the last 5 minutes? Free kick, Melbourne. Yeah, I don't really care though, Sarah. I won't be tuning into that one as of yet. Clearly won't be. Varney with strength. Wonder if the D's have more to give here. Great tackle. 4:55. What are Pendlebury stats? So 109 fantasy is the most on the ground. It isn't like a huge amount, to be honest, for around 23 game. So he's 20 disposals, but he's been pretty effective with a lot of his disposals from what I've seen. You know, he's still just playing brilliantly for a 38-year-old. I think he is 38 anyways. May. Marks on Elliott. They look like they want to go aggressive, but now they're like slowing up a little bit. Langford takes the mark. How long's he going to go? It's a little push on Frampton there from Van Rooyen, but it'll be all right. Fritsch. Good work. Chandler. Here we go. Petty. Great work for the D's. Can they finish it off with a goal? Body slam tackle. Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful tackle. Harry Sharp is selling. Well, unless he tapped it. Maybe he should have tapped it on. Who's going to win this? Track. Misses. So I don't think a draw helps Collingwood here. They have to win. That was so good for the days apart from Sharp. I didn't even realise that was Harry Sharp, so I haven't seen him much of him this year, so I didn't even know it was number 30. Harry Sharp. It's handy having this here. I don't have to go on the AFL website. I can actually go through it and see what I want to see. How long has he been on the ground for? That's a pretty terrible stat line, but potentially... Oh, well, he was just subbed on this quarter. But, like, I don't know when he actually got on the ground, or was it literally just, like, 5 minutes ago? Not a good start. But why would you sub him on so late? Only one goal in it. Yeah, I'm hoping the D's kick the next here. It'd be game over if Collingwood kick one. Side bottom inside 50. Langford, a lot of faith in the youngster. Probably has to take it out. Oh no, actually does well. Kicks it. Long to a contest. Petrarca. Pretty well done there. Now, Perriman's been really disappointing. But, like, would you say he's been more disappointing than Houston overall? Or based on expectations? Like, based on expectations, would you say he's been more disappointing because of how high his ceiling was? Houston's, that is. Advantage. Langford. Chandler. Oh, to Mark potentially. Petty. Langdon. It's a point. Oh, it's actually out of the full. Somehow out of the full. Well, it's not next goal wins if the D's kick the next. Here we go. Sparrow. Yeah, have Gawn as your target. Because who's going to outmark Max Gawn? And you need to have like 2 or 3 players on Pickett here. Because he's the player that'll fucking kill you. Pickett wanted a free kick there. Yeah, because a draw will be just about as bad as a loss here. So even if they concede a goal, it's not like, oh, at least they haven't lost. No, they need it. They need to win this. They really need to win this, Collingwood, which I think they will. But they have been pretty bad in the close games in the last 6 weeks. So we'll see what happens in the last minute. Where's DeGoey? He's been unsighted for a lot of this game. He's there. He is on the field, but he's not been... Look, he's not merely been the same player since he was 2018. Josh Dacos, I think that'll be a drink. Yeah, that'll be deliberate. Collingwood fans booing, but it's the right call. Pickett. Oh my God. Where's the bounce? The Pies going to choke a top 4 spot here. Cameron kind of rushes the kick there. Chris Marks on Pickett. "18 seconds on the clock, as far as I'm aware." They'll have to mark it and then kick it straight away.
At JGZ 17,
McDonald, Petrarca.
CIWD.
Ball, and that's it. Collingwood are going to win to keep themselves a chance for the top 4 in a really good Friday night game. I'd almost say the best Friday night game of the year. I can't remember too many games like this one on a Friday. Last Friday was actually pretty good, Essendon St Kilda, but this one had a bit more meaning to it. Collingwood will finish 4th. I don't think so. I still actually think that they might not. Because Brisbane... So, alright, that's the final percentage. They didn't win by a lot. That's what... Look, they'll be happy they won. They're not going to be like, oh, we didn't win by 50 points. But because they didn't win by, like... Oh, JG's with a $15 donation says Melbourne choke. Yeah, a bit disappointing we saw the D's did choke that game, but
Melbourne choke loudly crying.
it wasn't the biggest choke. When really it was Collingwood that were dominating for most of the game early on. It feels weird seeing Mark Williams coaching Melbourne. But yeah, so they're 3rd. I've got to fix the scores here. Hopefully the Port game ends up being close as well. I think Brisbane will beat Hawthorn and they'll go to 3rd. Collingwood will be 4th. And the Suns obviously need to beat... Yeah, I still think that... I still think the Suns finish top 4. Because I think the Suns will beat Port Adelaide here. But if they don't... Obviously, if they lose, then... then it could still be Hawthorn that take the spot from Collingwood. So Hawthorn fans would be pretty annoyed about that. Gold Coast fans would be annoyed. Giants fans would be annoyed. Alright, let's just get the scoreboard now ready for the second game. So we can just sort of watch that one a bit more in focus. Yeah. I don't know if you're a Crows fan. Do you want to play the Pies again? I know they're not looking the best, but I feel like you'd almost rather play... You'd rather play Gold Coast than Collingwood, I reckon, for sure. Yeah, I am going to put the other game on now. So with me having these games on the PlayStation out, I was going to say you can't hear. You'd probably be away if you guys still wanted to hear the game audio. Yeah, they probably would be away. But ooh, Georgiades goals. What's the scoreboard now? 7 points. Fuck. Game mod here. Oh shit. Photoshops. Not responding here. I'll get this scoreboard up. Fuck off. The Suns have won at Adelaide before, though. Actually, well, they beat Port Adelaide there in their first game, but they've actually never won since. Because I know they beat the Roos for Gather, but that wasn't in Adelaide. That was at the Barossa. That's not in Adelaide. Jeez, what a double header. So Suns are still 6. I don't think they're going to really move around from that 6th spot unless Port Adelaide go in front of them. Or unless the scores are level, then they go to 8th. How do you make the scoreboards? Well, I use Photoshop and I just play around with whatever design I like. I'm no expert or anything like that, but you know, I have a bit of an interest in like design, AFL scoreboards and just designs like that in general. So I enjoy making them. Try and make a new one every year, but you don't have to use Photoshop. You can use other apps. Like I'm sure you could probably make a pretty decent scoreboard on Canva or something like that, which I think is free, or Photopea or Pixelar. Should we play another Guess the Artist for Port Adelaide and Gold Coast? I say Guess the Artist because you've got a little bit of a better chance than if you just guess the song in itself. Do the Clash one. Well, I'm not going to do it if they're not wearing it. And it needs to look accurate. Shit. No, regardless of the look here, or regardless of the result, it's not a good look for Gold Coast right now. Well, let's get rid of this scoreboard then. I will update my stream thumbnail and title for those wondering as well. Do it now. I actually forgot about having the viewer count that I normally do up on the top right. So, top left. So, I actually don't know how many people have. 58. I don't know why I thought we had more than that. It's sort of disappointing. Suns played twice this round. Yeah. First time the sides played 2 games in 1 round. I think. And if it's not the first time, tell me the last time that's happened. There you go. So much for guessing the song. That one was spoiled a little bit. You know what? I'll put the live count numbers as well. I like to know how the stream's running. Sometimes when it's been a bit down, I don't chuck it up there, but I'd rather know what it's like. They've got the camera on Hinkley a few times there. They've got the camera on. I want to get away. Joe says Port are playing in their grand final. Meanwhile, Suns are managing play. Yeah, that's why I tipped Port Adelaide. Knowing the Suns' form as well at this ground. I think this is going to go down to the last 5 minutes, just like the Collingwood-Melbourne game. But they're lucky they're playing Essendon last round. No disrespect to Essendon, but I think Essendon are just waiting for their end as well. So I think for the Suns here, just win this game. Doesn't really matter the margin too much, and then just smash the Bombers and make top 4. Where did I add the live count? Do I even have one up there or not? Oh, don't worry, then I'll leave it. Has Ben Long got 3 goals? Could he not be a sneaky? He won't make the All Australian team, but I think he should make the 40-man. Yeah, the 40-man squad. Collingwood carrying on after the beating of the D's is so sad. How is it sad? Like, I'm not one to like be a massive fan of what the Pies fans do, and I'm not a big Collingwood supporter. But how is that sad? You know, your season is pretty much relying on a game where you needed to beat the D's. It doesn't matter what team it is, and it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you get the win. And they won it in a close game. How is it sad? You just say that because the D's are like low on the ladder, and you want to hate on Collingwood. Suns will smash us. Yeah, you think they would, but there's no guarantee. There is no guarantee. There is a little bit more of a guarantee this year because we haven't seen heaps of upsets, but hopefully it's a bit close than what we would think. Port Adelaide, huge goal. 1 point margin. Could they be the favourites from this point onwards? They know how to win here. They've got the home fans. I thought I'd use this song because of Ken Hinkley. It's his last game, so he would love it. Imagine if Gold Coast lose to Port Adelaide and Essendon. It would be the biggest choke of all time for finals. Yeah, because like last week they were expected to beat GWS at home as well, so it would be the biggest choke of all time. But what can you be really surprised? Well, you'd be surprised, but can you be so surprised when it's Gold Coast who haven't made finals before? They don't know what it's like. Pat, who would win a match 2025 West Coast to Wattle Park? Sorry, but Wattle Park will get smashed in that game. You'd know that. Wattle Park, as much as I love everyone at part of Wattle Park, they can't beat an AFL team, and they're not beating West Coast. But, I don't want to be disrespectful, but could Wattle Park beat an AFLW team, one of the lower AFLW teams? Because Wattle Park are like the like you'd probably think they could. Because they're just physically more advantaged. But the AFLW team would have the advantage over the schools. They'd be a lot more skillful, I reckon. Yeah, let's get the stats up for the Port game. There's not a guarantee that this is going to work. 22-9 free kicks to Port. Well, that's weird because in the time I've been watching this game, the free kick count seemed even enough. And if anything, I thought the favouritism was more towards the Suns with a couple of shit calls in the first quarter. And missed calls. Because it's not just about the calls. It's about the ones that aren't called either. Alright, this is either going to work or just completely break the stats. Who won one game last season? Well, I know Collingwood finished last in the AFLW. Gold Coast, West Coast, they're pretty bad in the AFLW as well. Ethan Reid's just been sort of there, but he hasn't really been doing a lot in this game. Oh, okay, rightio. Look like it's worked. Let's go close and load. Refresh, please. Wait. There you go. It's working. Do you know what I don't like about watching on K on the PlayStation? If it like freezes, it's hard to like go back to the live game. So Connor Rosie 100 fantasy, Butters 93. For the Cardi medal, I actually want to know what the disposal count is for a lot of these plays. I need to find a way to get this so it's like color coded. You know what? I'll color code this because I think it'll look a lot better if it was color coded. Joe says, yeah, the Suns have had a few not called for them this quarter. Have you been watching most of this game, or have you been doing what probably most and flicking around both games? Because I feel like unless you're a neutral fan, most would have missed the start of this third quarter and quite a bit of the last as well. Liddy, what are you doing, mate? Oh, that was smart. Drew. Liddy again. Oh, it's a point. Ah, shit. Yeah, I remember there was a time when I had Liddy in my fantasy team, back when I actually had any interest in fantasy. Might be the first time a Friday night doubleheader has 2 close games. It's a good stat. I don't reckon it's the first time, but how long have we been actually seeing these Friday night doubleheaders? It's probably not good that this is close, because now what the AFL is going to do is like, oh, this might be something that works in the future. We're going to do more of these sort of games, of these schedules. We don't like the Friday night doubleheaders, but I actually think they work if you have a 7-10 game than an 8-10 game. Have the gap between start times an hour, because then you can watch as much of each game as possible. Whitlock, good mark. You've got, every time there's a quarter time, half time break, you can just tune into the other game. Whereas if you have a 30-minute break, then at quarter time and half time, there's no footy. Joe says, yeah, that's fair. Well, it's good to see you on the stream. It is good to see you on the stream and watching this game. I'll try and color code these stats for both teams. Barry misses the lot, and the Suns, as it stands, well, isn't this? I don't think they've actually done shit to the ladder here. Hold up. Oh, there we go. It's updated. But it's updated with the silly colours. Paul playing some decent footy. They are. But I'm not surprised. And I was actually surprised to see only like 14% tip Port Adelaide. I thought there'd be more like 20 or 30. Friday should always be like this. Yeah, I just wonder if it is good for the AFL. Do they get more... like, I don't really care that much, but like, do they get more ratings and viewers on a Friday night if they had 2 games as opposed to just 1 on average? And like, would you get a higher crowd on a Friday night than, let's say, a Saturday afternoon? Murray's... Oh, shite. They've had 2 chances to lead there. 2, not just 2 points, 2 on the Fulls. Yeah, well, I've got to figure out, unless there's an Excel guru out there that knows how to like, because when the ladder changes, it changes the color code, it changes the color format for this live ladder. So I don't want that to happen. I want whatever colour Gold Coast has to stay that colour. But obviously not this colour. Like, I want it to be this colour for Gold Coast. Because then it does defeat the purpose of these colour coordinations. Rosie. Not like I missed the mark or anything like that, but this will have to be for the lead. Which means he could get like 140 fantasy. If the fantasy points still matter for some people, I don't know if the last round matters heaps, but if it's a grand final, you have Rosie, this is huge. And he's kicked the goal. Huge goal for the context of Gold Coast season. But for Travis Boak and for Ken Hinckley to go out on a great note, this is great to see. I haven't even been able to use my Gold Coast song yet. Jesus Christ. You guys don't know what that is yet. To get away, I wanna fly away. Probably 140. Well, let's see what that would be now, because obviously I got it on the screen because he's the leading fantasy guy. That actually reminds me. Let's finish color coding these. Look, I could just not have him color coded, but I like the visuals on streams. You got to ensure the visuals are. You got to ensure the visuals are on point. The captain stands up and delivers. Suns. Yeah, the Suns have cooked themselves here. If they somehow lose by, well, lose in itself, but lose by a fair amount, then they might not even be playing a home final at all this year. Because obviously if they make top 4, they'll play a home final at some stage. Ainsworth, Aaliyah drops it, does alright. King. Ewan McKinlay. Can someone tell me who that guy plays for? Does he play for Port Adelaide? Ewan McKinlay? Well, he would, because Moyle's 49 for the Suns. Wait, is he? Now I'm second guessing myself. I'm pretty sure he's a Port player. Just don't know a lot of him. Do you think Butters stays? Well, we'll see what happens next year. He'll stay this year, I reckon. Especially after the signing of Naz and all that. Like, it just makes more sense if they keep Butters. But is he going to Geelong? I don't know what team is the front runner in getting him at the end of 2026. Oh, Reed, you idiot! Reed drops a sitter in the goal square just about. And the Suns are going to go into 3/4 time trailing. The Suns are going to go into. Fuck. Lachlan Goulburn. I assume that the guy plays for Port Adelaide, that McKinlay guy, so I'll fix it up. Richards Marks. Yeah, they're just so lucky they've got Essendon next week, but I thought the Suns are better than this. I really did think the Suns are better than this. They're an overrated team. How much did Port pay the umps, says Sarah? Maybe watch the game, see what calls were there, see what calls weren't. If the calls are there, then you can't really blame the umpires just because of the free kick count. Richards from 55 with a barrel, out in the full. So it is a 6-point margin at 3/4 time. As it stands, the Suns are out of the 8. They'd be very lucky they got another game in hand, but normally, in most case scenarios, this would be the last game for a side in round 24, which means that they would be at the 8 at the moment. I've been watching the whole game. Have you not been watching any of the other game? I'm actually surprised that you said that. I thought so too. Thought they were ready for finals with their recruiting, midfield leadership, and dimmer. Well, they still might be ready for well, you can still play in finals without being ready, and it doesn't seem like they're ready, even if they beat up on on Essendon. So that's fair, actually. That's a fair statement. What sort of an ad is this? Sorry, but Connor Rosie is on 124 AFL fantasy. Forget about 140. He's on track for 150, 60 even. He really is. Oh, fuck, I hate this ad. Am I the only one that just doesn't like this? I actually don't hate the video clips. I hate the song. Oh, see you at the footy. Shut up. You at the footy. Come on. Sorry if I'm changing everything on the bottom around. I'm just trying to get the right colours for Gold Coast. I don't think anything with a toy is made for adults, to be honest, McDonald's. Much, much more. What's chat? Sorry, I feel like I'm seeing every ad that I'm watching. Oh no. What games am I streaming? I'll be doing all the Sundays games, and then I'll also be doing the Wednesday game on next week, because there'll be implications for that game, I reckon, still. Particularly if this is for a final spot for Gold Coast, but you just don't really see a world where they can't beat the Bombers. Fuck. I've actually made a meal of this big time. Actually, no, I haven't. But like, if they change and all with the fantasy, does that mean like the colours change as well? So I've got like, is that going to be the same with the ladder? Because it looks relatively accurate, but it won't be like, probably won't be fully accurate if it keeps updating. So 3/4 time, it's a 6-point game here. Someone says we're lagging, but we're not. Cardi, buy an AFLW card. Yeah, I just feel like there's better content right now to be making than that. But that's not discrediting the AFLW. I'm going to a few games this year for sure. Do enjoy the AFLW. In fact, realistically, I could go to Casey on... Why can I not hear anything? It's because my PlayStation controller's dead. I'm gonna have to use the other cord for my camera for my PlayStation. I've got enough on the camera. Yeah, I'd love to be able to hear the sounds of the game in this last quarter. They mic'd up Boak. Funnily enough, I missed that. There we go. That sort of sucks. I actually wouldn't mind listening to that back. So, I might make the colour coordination then work for the ladder. Zip and 12 at the Adelaide Oval. If you're not winning it now, you'll never win it. Doesn't matter if it's just a fucking big game for Port Adelaide and Ken and all that. And Boak. And all those players. I'm calling it'll be a draw. Well, a draw will not lock in finals. If it's a draw, then they're going to want to have... That'd be so weird if this is the last game for Gold Coast and it was a draw. Then they'd need the Freo... They need Fremantle to win. That'd be really weird, but... I'll hold you to that then if you think it's a draw. If it gets to that stage, I'll pay it to you if it ends up happening. Shit. So Atkins is on. He's also playing his last game. No one really talks about Atkins because Atkins' career just can't really compare it to that of Boak's. Can Reed he can't. Shot though. But he needs to hold that though still, it seems. Seems that he's still a little bit raw as a player. Pat, make a poll on stream about how many free kicks Port will finish on. Is it really that bad? If anyone has any plays in particular that they want to, like, if you've been watching the game but you can't be bothered checking the AFL website, just tell me and I'll put the player stat up on the screen. That didn't sound good at all. And Reed has kicked that out in the full. He's had a very disappointing game from the parts of the game that I've watched. Dropped an uncontested mark, kicks out in the full. Because of the handles, Matthew. How do you know my name? Yeah, your name's literally Matthew. Shows that you're also confused with these new handles on YouTube. It takes a bit of time to get used to with all these new bloody updates on YouTube. They don't really appease me heaps, but I guess over time I'll get used to it. But I preferred it when it was just the channel name, not the handle. Like a lot of others, I reckon, would have also preferred. But I think I know why now they do it. Maybe it avoids confusion over fake accounts, probably, because now you just know for a fact if it's real or not, because you can just look up their handle. Can you check McKenty stats? There you go. I'm also sick. There must be something going around. Everyone gets sick around the same period anyways, around winter flu season, they were saying, but I don't know what it is. Well, I'm sure it'll roll out for every channel then. If it's just me, that there'll be other channels as well. Well, it isn't just me. I know that. But if it's just me somehow, and there's a way to change it, I'll probably change it back. But it does stop the trolls from coming in, because you can just tell if it's fake or not. Change of the weather as well, because we're heading into spring. So, there's that, which actually is a good thing. So, If someone's to troll using a fake account, they won't be able to do that. Very easy to identify. But it all is easier with the mods and all that. So Anderson, I actually haven't really seen what he's done, Anderson. I don't think he's done a lot. Long. Oh, he's been crunched. What the fuck? How can you have 14 touches and 25 fantasy points? No marks, no tackles, and 8 handballs. And a few free kicks against, I would have thought. Well, that's just going to have a huge impact on the Brownlow, I reckon, this game, because Matt Rowell and Anderson are strong contenders. Forget about the colours of the names. They're just so far down in the rankings that I didn't even get to recolour them. So they're just about certainty not to make the vote count then, unless they kick a few goals late to get a winning, to win the game. I can't see them getting votes. Ainsworth drives inside 50. Where's Ethan Reid? Where's Ben Long? Ben Long's there. Ethan Reid's also there, but he does nothing as usual. 3 free kicks against. 26-10 free kick. Well, it doesn't help how this free kick counts 26-10, someone just said. Rao 5 free kicks against. Yeah, that's what's going to lose you points. Hefty price to pay. So what son actually has the most fantasy points then? It's not a play you'd expect. That's not Noble. Wait. It is Fiorini. Boak has had a solid game. Ben King, he's the guy, really. He's the player that I think they've got to rely on in this last quarter as a forward. Hasn't really done a lot apart from these 2 goals. Jeez, that was a loud slam. Far out. Ben King to kick his third and to put the Suns back in front and to have him in the 8. Win this game and they play finals, and he's kicked it. I want the Suns to win because I just want to see them in finals. I just want to see them in finals, and I'd just be very nervous for them in the last game. I know it's against Essen, but I don't have to wait. I don't care about my tip. Fuck the tip. Oh yeah, what's the Gold Coast goal? Even I forgot. Suns up, which means they should jump back to 6th. And the Dogs are currently on the chopping block, which they've always been. 3 goals is a good showing. It's always a pretty good showing if you're a forward. He's gone under the radar. Well, he started the season off really, really strong. He was up in the lead of the Coleman. Like, he was on track for almost 100 goals. We all knew that was always going to slow down, and it did, but yeah, he's going to have another pretty big year. Will he be the All-Australian team? That's probably something that I don't think will happen, but he'll be the leading goal kicker at least, and probably relatively high up in the Brownlow count. Sorry, not Brownlow, best and fairest count. Another free kick, Port Adelaide. What has happened there? Ben Long gives away a 50-metre penalty. Oh, I've got a Geelong Richmond. Yeah. Anderson's having a really good last quarter. Considering he is maybe I read a little bit too much into fantasy points, but he's on 27 still, mate. He can't be having that good of a last quarter. He's literally like there. Sam Fletcher's on 4. Good tackle. Oh no. Oh, I thought for a second that could have been a free kick. Whitlock, but Collins, the big man. Fair enough. Good tackle. Thoughts on ranking? Rankin. Disappointing. But he should have been given the 5-week suspension. I don't really know how he got away with 4. Well, I know why, but it doesn't make sense. They'll bill him if he somehow I actually think for his sake, you'd hope that he doesn't make the grand final, because he doesn't deserve a premiership. Which commentator can't help themselves and keep sucking the big ones on the mic? Which commentator? I don't know. Chad, give me some names. I'll pick the best one. I hope he plays in the grand final and kicks the winning goal after the siren. Yeah, that would be quite fun. I wouldn't hate that, but I'm just saying the AFL world would hate that. They'd be going on their head. The reaction if that happens would be crazy. But that's just if any player did that, I think. But especially Rankin. What? He called him the F slur, but I'm not going to say it. And it's a goal to Georgiades. The bloke is second, third on the Coleman medal race. And it's a 5-point game advantage back Port Adelaide's way. Alright, what did he say? He said, runs with maggot. There you go. Gee, umps want Port to win. Another person talking about the free kick count, but not going to lie, I didn't realise that was a goal through a free kick. And it was a free kick that shouldn't have been there. So you know what, Simon, you're right. He called him a bundle of sticks. Yes. And I think it's a Scottish dish as well, if I'm not mistaken. Umps helping the Pies to make the 4. Yeah, if the Suns lose this, Collingwood, I think, definitely make the 4. I just the colours throw me off here because it's not supposed to look like that, but I think there could still be a way the Pies don't make the 4 if the Suns lose this. I think. I could be very wrong. Like, could the Bulldogs make the top 4? You know what? The Bulldogs could have made top 4 if Melbourne beat Collingwood. Travis Boak plays on. The applause is there. Collins is a strong man. And he takes the grab. 10 hold on the ball calls to Port. Yeah, right. So that's something I wish the AFL website gave us the option to, like, sort of filter. Like, you want to know the free kick count and all that shit, but you want to know what the free kicks were. How many of them were holding the balls? How many of them were, I don't know, due to undisciplined plays? Like, I don't know, like what could be, like, I don't know, like a late hit, bump off the play, etc. And Lord's gonna, yeah, it could be a concussion. Well, that will be a concussion there. It's a head clash. Kiddo with a $2 says next Goal King challenge with subs. I think I'll do another one next year, but maybe if I give it a year off this year, it can build the anticipation for another one next year. More people will be more excited if I bring one back, or I won't bring one back. Who knows? But I would like to host another one, but hopefully I host one a little bit more professionally. Yeah, so I don't know. Is that surely Port Adelaide's tackling pressure hasn't been 10-1 times as good as the Suns? I think it's the home crowd advantage that probably is influencing some of these decisions, probably. Good turnout for the Suns. It's just what he said. The Suns have had no part in this crowd, mate. Rushudo reckons that this has any relationship to the Gold Coast. I reckon there's going to be 100 Gold Coast fans at this ground at max. If Port Adelaide win, Collingwood are guaranteed top 4. No, they aren't. They aren't. The Giants could still win by like 50 points. So I'm actually sort of fearful for that if that's the case, because they're going to actually have a lot to play for. Yeah, GWS could overtake Collingwood a percentage. I don't know how much they have to make up, but I'm going to predict like 45, 50 points to make up like 2%. Oh, wait. No, I'm looking at the wrong fucking team. Never mind. I just saw orange and percent. Never mind. Never mind. Forget about what I just said there. They'd have to make up like 130 points. See, that's why this colour-coded crap is confusing the hell out of me. But because I haven't been watching a lot of this game, I don't know if if all these free kicks are there, but I think the Suns would have been stiffed over a few. Like 10-1 is... Is that Noah Anderson giving away another free kick? Yeah, like, a lot of this would have to be due to like just poor discipline from the Suns. Like, if you're giving away this many free kicks, you can't be putting all the blame on the umpires, but that's all people are going to do. They're just going to see the free kick count and think, oh, it has to be even, because it's just, you just think if it averages down, the free kicks should be even, but that's not the case every week. Georgiades marks it. I just think the Power might win this. Yeah, but that one was there though, Simon. That one was there. Umpires don't want Gold Coast to make finals. I would think that would be not the case at all. If anything, the AFL would want the... I know people probably don't take anything that Studi says, but he always rants on about how the AFL's rigged and how Gold Coast are the most protected team in the comp. Well, this goes against what he's been saying. If you think that they're rigging it for the Power, the AFL would definitely want the Suns to make the finals. Georgiades puts it through, and it's a 12-point game. The Gold Coast has been the AFL's project, or whatever you want to call it, for the last 15 years, and a failed project at that. So they put a lot of money into the Suns. They want them to finally do a little bit of gain a bit of success. So I just think Suns are being really stupid. There you go. Where do you see those stats there, Joe? Is there a way you can check like 5 50-minute penalties, or have you just been... Maybe they did mention it or something. They're the AFL Nepo babies. I forgot what's the meaning of Nepo babies again. I had to look it up when Ross Lyon said that, but I forgot what it meant. But I know it's not got the greatest of connotations. It was amazing at the Suns game. They didn't even hate Brisbane. Oh, from the video. Yeah, they don't hate each other. Like, Brisbane fans obviously disappointing with the performance, but they weren't pissed off that it was the Suns that beat them. They're probably glad that at least it was the Suns. Let's just think about it, right? If the Suns didn't beat Brisbane in the Q Clash, then this has to be a win for finals to stay in the hunt. They mentioned on the screen. But surely Damien Hardwick, he's been an experienced head for a while. He wouldn't allow his players to act like this, so careless. Oh, yeah, okay, right. That's what it means. Yeah. You just have your name from successful parents. That's what it means. Yeah, I knew it meant something similar to that. Just forgot. Because it's not really a term that I hear very often. I was just referring to what they showed on the screen. Oh, I've been like, because I have all these things I'm looking at. Like, you haven't seen my setup, but I got like 5 different things I'm looking at. Like the chat, I got the stats, I got the ladder, I've got the camera, I've got on this laptop there, and I got the game. So I looked away. I didn't probably miss a stat there. The commentators just mentioned the fact that 10 to 1 free kicks going the way to the power hole in the ball. But like that's got nothing to do with free kicks there. When you drop a simple uncontested mark, Anderson couldn't even hold that. Can Anderson hold up? He needs to step up. Him and Rowell, big time. Good kick. That's actually a very smart kick. Why am I holding a kiwi fruit? Just sit on King's head. I wouldn't go near Ethan Reid right now. They're not even competing. Well, most of the Suns players just sort of let that ball get outmarked. It didn't get outmarked, but fucking me. I can't remember, but were Port Adelaide leading it? No, they were leading at 3/4 time. I just want to know for my big call. Powell. Honestly, a good kick. Wits. Farah. To reduce it to 6 points, and he's kicked it. Jai Farah. That's a big, big hit. And the scoreline's 9-11. The coincidence of me saying that. 9-11 plays 10-11. It's a 6-point margin. No, the game is certainly not over here, Sarah. We don't have enough stats, in my opinion. Champion data. Yeah, I would love to have the ability to access the stats that Champion Data do. Surely there'd be a way. Well, but I understand why the general public might not, or why they wouldn't want the whole of the general public to have access to them all. But it's the what do they say about the AFL, the most stat involved sport? Or the most statistical sport in the game? That's why I thought Port were going to win. Another reason's because they've got nothing to lose. And there you go. Anderson with a free kick. That's rare. For those wondering how Anderson's been going, look away. $30 fantasy points. That could cost a lot of coaches their grand final if you had an Anderson. And actually, now that I think about it, I think I do have fucking Anderson in my team, but my fantasy was over a long time ago. You've got to pay Champion Data to get all the stats. I know that. Yeah, I know that, but I don't know if anyone can pay, but I'm sure if you have a certain amount of money, but normal people like myself and you, the average Joe isn't going to fucking spend however much it is to get access to the stats just for personal use. like possibly as a YouTuber myself, I could have benefited it a little bit more financially, but wouldn't be worth it. Meanwhile, Rosie's on 142. And it's a good kick to long. It's a good mark. Wait, Fantasy's at... sorry, how's he going from 30 to 46 in a matter of seconds? Did he really just gain, like... Must have just gained heaps in, like, a very short period of time. There's a Gold Coast fan. But that Gold Coast fan's just blends in with the security guard in red. Missed it. 4:10 on the clock. The Suns are down by 5. Ben Long going for a goal. Yes, mate. I know that. I'm watching the game. AFL Fantasy just salty. See, when comments like that are put in my chat, I don't know if they're just jokes or if he seriously thinks AFL Fantasy is salty. Why ever they'd be salty over anything would... It's beyond me in thinking that, but... It's because he's given away 6 free kicks, mate. That's not why. They're not fucking salty. Andrew, he's done it before where he's kicked goals in critical times. The umps will decide the last 3 minutes, says Lenny. I don't know what you're on about, Blake. Missed it. I'm telling you, they're not going to win this game. I tipped Port by 8 before, so yeah, it's close. Well, that wasn't very clutch there from Andrew. I'll tell you what. But I'll just like make that Essendon Gold Coast game a little bit more important, even if Freo lose. Even if the Bulldogs lose, it's regardless of who wins or loses in that game, it could still make a whole lot of a difference. Remember when when Mac Andrew kicked the game winner last year? Yeah, mate, that was like 2 years ago. I'm not going to lose memory on that. You're speaking to a guy that's got a pretty good footy memory. I can remember a lot of... I'm going to tell you probably the last 20... Someone should make a goal of the year or whatever quiz on like a Sporkle, and I'll probably be able to get you the last 30 names. In fact, for those that watch Stat Chat, I'd love to see a quiz on that. Recent players that have kicked a goal to win the game after the siren. Like the last 30. Because I think since 1990 there have been 36. But there are some names you're just not going to remember. Like I can't remember the last... Like 1990, some of them are like 1990 names or whatever. Like Malcolm Blight. He'd be one of the 80s. Gary Ablett. Billy Brownless. Clarko did it. Apparently that wasn't televised though. I don't think there was footage for that. Was it Buchanara that did it against Melbourne in the semi? Or the prelim, sorry. High ball. Andrew! No! Great tackle, Burn Jones! That's going to be holding the ball. And they'll get another free kick. But there'll be people that'll add that to the umpire bias agenda, which isn't the case. Yeah, I mean, Sam Lloyd did in 2016, but we're trying to find names in like the 90s. Miller. That's contender for tackle of the year, given the circumstances and the position where that tackle was stuck. Here we go. Ainsworth. Richards. Ainsworth. Ainsworth needs to collect it cleanly. He fucking doesn't. He really just doesn't. And that's the 12th hold of the ball. Free kick against the Suns. What is going on here at the Adelaide Oval? That one was a fair enough. Freeze for holding the ball 12-1. Georgiades marks. Fucking hell, Gold Coast. So Collingwood would be loving this. If you're a Collingwood fan, watch this. You'd be going, how good is this? If you're a fan of... Could be a free kick against. No, it isn't. Still time, actually. Anderson. What can Anderson do here? Weller. Why would you torp it? Andrew, held without it. Held without it. No chance. The power hold on. What a game. Was that not a free kick? To Mac Andrew. It's a good win. We all know what what everyone will be talking about now after that game. Fuck that. Regardless of the free kick count, you should be betting Port Adelaide in these circumstances. Like, far out. Freo have a sort of a lifeline now. They'd be hoping Essendon just do everything they can to beat the Suns. They can't take that game easily. Suns fans right now, absolutely the Suns are robbed right in front of me. Yeah, all 50 fans that are at the game. There really aren't many. They'd be outvoiced for sure in a game like this. Most undeserved win all year. Surely I'm not the only one that thinks that it was a fair performance from Port Adelaide. Threw everything at them. They tackled well. Like, really, you should be winning if you're Gold Coast. So I wouldn't be just using the free kick count as an excuse. Well, it might. Yeah, again, it could be Bulldogs fans that would want. Looks like the ladder's carked itself here. Why has it carked itself? Tell me why it is carked itself. Oh, it's back. Butters 152, Rosie 140 to commit to Anderson 48 and Rao 46. Yeah, so again, maybe that last game will have a bit of a say in the Brownlow as well. The Suns fans are good actors. I actually do know a few Suns fans that live in Adelaide. But they still haven't won at the Adelaide Oval. Everyone in the comments of AFL's post, yeah, it's all they talk about. It's always the umpires. It's never anything else. I'll actually put my phone on charge. I actually wouldn't mind. Having a look at what the fans are saying. Well, since it's a big talking point and all that, to make this a clip at some stage, I've got to remember that I need to add this to the video at some stage. What a game. Port win by 4 points. And were the Suns robbed? What was the free kick count? Can someone put the free kick count in the chat? Or just everyone do it? So, well, not everyone, but like just a few people do it so I know what it is. Because if one person, they might have got it wrong. Upset of the round. Well, I said it was going to be the upset of the round. It could still not be the upset of the round. It could still be another one. What a game. Port Adelaide get up by 4 points. The Suns, could you say they were robbed by the umpires? 31-6. Fuck, I got it wrong. 33. It was 31 like a few minutes ago. What a game. 4-point win to this. What a game. 4-point win to the Power. Were the Suns robbed by the umpires? 33-16 free kicks. Everyone checking ladder forces collapse. Well, if Fremantle beat the Bulldogs by hold up. Go the Pies, Vic and SA, Macros. Kind of want North Melbourne to win. Fuck. Oh, I want to get Squiggle Ladder Predictor out. I actually want to see if good song putting this one up. You can't hear it though because I haven't got the broadcast in the background. Apparently my connection's timed out, so I can't bring Squiggle up. I wanted to see the ladder, what would have needed to happen for the Suns to make the 8 if they lost to Essendon. And I know they won't, but the Bulldogs, how many points would Fred need to beat the Bulldogs by? Like 250? If Port want to play well, they can play well. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap it up there because I've got still a whole heap of editing to do tonight. Rip. Big rip for me. If anyone's at the games tomorrow, I don't know if Lenny's still watching, but I might go to the Wattle Park Grand, or the final, but I'm not sure because it'll be an early start. I might want to sleep in. I might be at the North Adelaide game, but I'll be at Richmond Geelong. And then on Sunday, I'll be here for all 3 big games. So definitely tune in to those. Stick around. Saints play as well, so always good to see Saints game on stream. Well, apart from the West Coast game early in the year, but we forget about that. But yeah, it's been all things considered a pretty good stream. 2 great games, 2 really good games, and the stats got working over time eventually, and the ladder really. The only issue with that is the colour combination, but I think that can be fixed for the Sunday games. Yeah, you know what? Even if the game doesn't mean anything for the Saints, I'll still probably get pissed off. The whole point of a Saints stream is for me to get angry, but I'll be a bit more calm and chill. But yeah, that's all I got to say, really. Thank you all for watching the stream. Not sure how many we ended up getting in the end there. Did we get over? We got over 100 in the end, which is good to see. Hopefully we get over that, well over that for Sunday. So yeah.